So you should have waited till I left to start that recording.
Ooh, there's a video called Health, Your Posture.
Ooh, I probably need that. My posture's not been very good lately.
It is public domain, 1953, black and white.
Oh, wow.
10 minutes and 40 seconds. You want to do that one? Because it's a short.
Sure, send me a link. Health, yo.
Yes, but I sent it to the Highway 47 chat, but yeah.
That's fine.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yep, later,
You
Draco.
too. Drive safe.
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 back with you, and we're doing another experimental sort of because we feel like it and why not public domain short film for you tonight. These public domain films are not going to be, spectacular plots and great writing and all that. They're going to be instructional films made by the government because that's the easiest way to get public domain movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know actually who produced this one, but I know it's public domain. And Scrodrick, do you want to go over what we are watching with the people, since I haven't introduced us yet? I'm Shaggy B, and this is Scrodrick.
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
I'm great. We've been recording for 3 hours?
Something like that. So this is Health, Your Posture by Centron Corporation, 1953. And I have no idea what this is going to entail, but it looks like it is some sort of scripted thing. The resolution might not be the greatest, but it's public domain, so it's free use.
Yeah, if you're watching something from 1953 and expecting, good picture quality, then you got another thing coming. It's not going to happen. Unless it's, like a feature film that's been remastered, which this clearly isn't. I've never heard of the Centron Corporation. Have you?
I have not. I just know that from the annotation of this video.
Okay, cool. So what do you predict we're going to learn about correct posture from 1953?
Well, hopefully it will help us out, since I've been sitting kind of slumped in my office chair for the last few hours while we've been recording other things.
Right.
But I'm kind of curious because I do continuing education at my job. Like, they require us every year to, kind of re-up on certain things. And one of them is like an ergonomics course, make sure you sit up straight and, keep your knees at a right angle, maybe slightly elevated, legs slightly elevated to hips, make sure your wrists are in a straight line with your keyboard. And, that won't be relevant in 1953, but
True.
I'm wondering what their other posture tips are versus what I was taught, as of, let's see, I had to have that all done by about a month ago at this point, about mid-October, I had to have that all done.
Okay. So from my perspective, those things are all applicable, but I'm also a professional musician.
True.
And I'm not a famous one. You wouldn't know me.
Sneekelthorfen Hyphenhofer.
Yeah. Buy my album. Oh. But no, I do gigs, and I have formal classical training and all that, and so posture is something that's on my mind, but it's only on my mind really in very specific and very defined circumstances, right? Like I've struggled with it for a long time because I'm a lazy dude. I like to lay around and slouch and all that. And I found in my 20s that I had to really rethink my posture when I was playing my instrument. I might bleep that out, but for the instrument that I play, you need very specific and very consistent posture, and you need to move around a lot, and you need to use a lot of musculature, a lot of power, and it's really a very physical act to play the music that I play. And I found myself, really in my early to mid 20s, fighting even the bad habits that I had accumulated as a teenager in my posture. And, with really bad back pains and you know, just from you know, even minutes of playing and you know, muscle tension and these days playing other instruments, you know, fighting neck tension and you know, pains and stiffness and so forth. And so I tend to be aware of my own posture in the sense that I'm able to quickly sense when I'm damaging something. And I'm curious if what I see in this video is going to reflect actual like functional posture and ergonomics, like you said, or if it's going to reflect more like, you know, prim and proper sort of, you know, look good in a picture.
To present yourself properly as a lady.
Right,
or,
yeah.
Or a man. We aren't judging.
Right. I predict two things are going to happen. One, we're going to see somebody walking through a room with a book on their head.
Okay.
Two, we're going to find some really creative way that somebody is going to dance around telling you to let your nipples be the first part of your body to enter a room. They're going to find a way around saying it, but that's what they're going to tell you.
Well, I shall wait with bated breath.
Yeah, me too. This is going to be something. You ready to get this started?
I am.
All right, for the benefit of Mr. Scrodrick and nobody else, as we realized last time we did one of these, here's a 5-second countdown. We're going to start whatever this was called in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Health my posture. Is that like Pimp My Ride?
Oh man, I have to like kind of lean back from my screen, otherwise I'm gonna like vomit.
Oh, from the Jocelyn, yeah.
The night of the party that everyone's been looking forward to for weeks.
Little Susie Four Eyes.
At the piano. She's the kind of girl who
I can't hear the piano.
She's playing ragtime.
It's
but
broken.
Jimmy and Sue and Jean and the rest of the gang. They seem to be having a wonderful time. Over here are the ones who'd rather talk than play. And
what is with his haircut?
Here is Adrienne.
He wants to be a Marine?
Adrienne, who usually sits all alone, slumped in her chair in the corner.
Everybody hates
Adrienne
Adrienne because of her
for some
posture.
reason, she doesn't fit into the picture, but she doesn't
I think
know
this is
why.
going to be a, you know, bad postures for losers
Her
video.
party dress is
This
just
really
as
is,
pretty,
isn't it?
just as becoming as the clothing the others are wearing. And Adrienne has a sense of humor. She can laugh right along with the others when she knows what it is
I
they're
lost
laughing
because
about.
I suck. That's not a that's not a smile of a kid who's enjoying a game. That's a smile of like, I was right. I am useless.
It creates this unfavorable impression the others have of her.
She's even wearing like a
There's a
dark
mirror,
dress.
Adrienne. Go on, look at yourself.
You know, with like
See
some
if you can
sand
discover
armor
what it
on her
is.
shoulders.
Your face is all right, Adrienne. You're neat and clean and healthy looking.
You know, 10 years after this, she's going to be Wednesday Addams.
Yes.
You're neither too fat nor too thin. Why, there's nothing wrong with the way you look.
She is the birth of goth and emo.
What in the world? The mirror's gone crazy.
Oh, Jesus!
You hold one hand up, it holds the other one down.
She is going to be Wednesday
Whoever held
Addams.
the mirror like
She
this?
is. Nobody likes Adrienne because she's schizophrenic. Correct posture will restore the chemical
Now,
balance in
look
your
here,
brain.
You're supposed to do what I do. You're supposed to show me how I look.
Kill your parents.
She's not
You listen
afraid
to
of
me
this
for a
at all.
For
Nope.
years, I've never had a motion of my own. I've just done exactly what you do when you're in front of me.
Bring me a
I'm
meat
tired of
cleaver.
helping you pretend. I can't show you how you really look because when you're around me,
I'll show you how you really look. And the reflection
you
starts
smile
peeling the
and
skin off of her
laugh,
skull.
and you stand
I was
up
expecting like
straight.
tears of blood
I've
to start
always
coming
had
out of her
a
eyes.
feeling
Her head just
something
starts spinning and then she
Do
starts
you
floating.
wanna see how you really look, Adrienne?
Posture, posture.
Your head pokes forward, your shoulders slump, your stomach. Well, take a look.
They're predicting
Yes,
gamer
Adrienne,
posture, you
the
know,
mirror
decades
may have
before that
gone
was a
crazy,
thing.
but for the first
They're also
time,
explaining
it's
what's
telling
wrong
you
with
the
every
truth.
high school prom dress.
Like a lot
Like
of
every
boys and
girl
girls,
gets like
your
the low cut,
posture is your
no
problem.
strap dress,
What are you
and then they're
going to do
afraid of
about
showing
it?
their chest, so they
I'll
walk
tell you what I'm
around with
going to
their
do about
elbows
it.
in front of
I'm
them,
going to make you
and they just look like they're
reflect
freezing to death. And it's like, you bought this great dress, and then you look like you A, hate it, B, are ugly, you think you're ugly, and C, yeah.
Adrenaline.
I'm watching you.
Yes, Adrenaline, you
From
have
my
just
prison.
taken the most important
When you leave,
step
I die.
toward good posture, wanting to have it. But determination isn't always enough. What is good posture?
Well, that boy
How do you
there's
make it a habit?
not
Maybe you'd
doing
better
any better.
ask someone for help. Your friend Tom? No. His posture is not much better than yours.
He sucks too.
The best
Yeah.
person to ask might be
Losers
Mr.
traveling
Riley,
packs, am I
your
right?
science teacher. He has been teaching you some other things about health. Maybe he can give you some pointers about posture.
Oh, yeah?
Well, first
When
I'd
you and
like
Tom
to
tell Mr. Riley about your problems, he agrees that posture is
Edit that
important to all
I
young
will.
people. So important that he will ask Dr. Martin to come to class to talk with you about it. Dr. Martin is not concerned with how poor posture makes you look to other people. He talks about what good posture
Hi, my
means
tie's
to
weird.
your health. In the first place, poor posture may be a sign of something
Okay.
wrong with you. You may be run down physically.
So this
or
is stock
overtired
footage
or
of him
upset.
giving a lecture about something
You need
totally
a thorough
different, I guess.
checkup by your family
Yeah,
doctor
probably.
to discover the cause of your posture defects.
It could be scoliosis.
Even if your poor posture is only a matter of careless habits, you should see a doctor
Water
before
boils
you
at
start
212
corrective
degrees
measures.
Fahrenheit. Okay. What?
You see,
What?
our
Here is
skeletons
a
and
normal
muscles are
human
designed to
skeleton.
support
This
That
other
is
one
not
is
a
a
normal-
Neanderthal.
so that they can do their
Yeah.
best work.
That is not a human skull.
If we sag,
Oh,
these
no.
bones are pushed out of their proper positions. The muscles are stretched too.
What are those
Under a strain
extra
which they were
ribs,
not
too?
designed to take. Stretched muscles and displaced organs tire more quickly and work less efficiently.
Like the
health of
rib
the
cage
whole
is
body
distorted.
affected.
Yeah.
And here's where habit comes in. If you usually slump when you're sitting or walking, as this boy does, your body will accustom itself to poor posture.
These days, he's
so
one of
that
those
it
old
actually
men who
becomes
walk everywhere
difficult
bent
for
over
you
in
to sit up
half.
tall or
Yeah,
walk
I've
correctly.
seen a number of those lately.
Yeah.
To develop good posture habits,
Get
the kind
glasses.
this girl has, there are several things you must do. First, exercise.
She kind of reminded me
Go
of a
in for
young version of
active,
my
stretching,
ex-girlfriend.
bending games, which will build good hard muscles to help hold your body in line. Work will do it too. Any activity.
Yeah,
which takes
something where you have to lean
balancing or
over- oh,
stretching
wait.
Is good for developing the muscles of your shoulders.
Yeah,
and
bend
chest.
over a lot at the waist. That'll help your posture.
Lift with your back, not your
Spend some
knees.
time every day working or playing vigorously. To have good posture, get enough exercise.
Climb on, trees that you can fall off of.
They all look really bored.
But wait a minute. If you work or play too hard for too long a time, you'll become overtired.
Trying to
It's
square
easy
dance
to
in the living
slump
room would
when your
kind of suck.
muscles are tired.
Yeah. Ah.
So get enough
Wow,
rest,
that was an
too.
exhausting 20-second
Take
dance.
time out to relax
More
when
lard,
you get
Billy?
home from
Please.
School, or any time you feel tired. If you rest for a while before
Gravy.
dinner, you'll feel more like sitting up straight at the table. Go to bed early enough to get plenty of sleep, and sleep on a firm mattress, which will support
Oh man,
your
that's
weight
why my
without
posture
sagging.
sucks. I work
Remember,
at night.
To have good posture, you must have enough rest.
That is not a firm mattress. Look how far she's sinking into that. She weighs, what, 80 pounds?
Man, I want a mattress like that.
Your shoes
Yeah.
are important to your posture, too. Choose new shoes for comfort and good workmanship.
Yeah, just get shoes.
Your shoes should be
Yeah.
Why don't you have
enough
shoes?
and wide enough to allow
Demand
your
your
feet
parents
action
buy
room,
you new
and
shoes.
sturdily made to give your foot complete protection and support. Wear the proper shoes. The foundation of good
Definitely
posture
not
is
ones
in
that
your
will
feet.
make you
Make it a
look like an
strong
idiot.
Foundation.
Who would wear loafers like that to play baseball?
That kid.
Yes, Adrienne,
Yeah.
Dr. Martin
He gets
has
made
given
fun
you
of
and your
relentlessly.
classmates a new idea
sure.
of the importance of good posture. You know now how important it is to your health. He has pointed out 3 important ways a healthy person
From
can
a silent
develop what it
film
takes
slide.
for good posture.
Uh-huh.
Boys
The
and
slide was
girls
printed
must
in
eat
1911.
foods which help keep them well. Only
Mashed
a healthy
potatoes.
body can respond to the training which makes good posture a habit. Fortunately, most of you have
Conform.
good health. You're all set
Conform.
to train your body in good posture habits. But what is good posture?
We haven't explained it yet.
Is it the ramrod stiffness of a parade marcher? No. Good standing posture is a comfortable, easy position, such that a straight line could be drawn from your ear, through your shoulder, the center of your hip, and your ankle.
Oh, yeah?
When you stand and walk with your body in a straight line, you don't have to throw out your chest, and your stomach flattens out naturally. Good sitting posture means sitting with your head directly above your hips, with your hips and back against the chair. Your feet should be flat on the floor. That's all there is to it, Adrienne. It seems easy, doesn't it?
That
But it's
chair
not
wasn't
as
very
easy as it
ergonomic.
looks. You can't
No.
expect to correct
Like, she was leaning
posture
back way too
defects
far.
overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would not be able to play music
You'll
well
have to
sitting
find
that
out
way.
from your doctor which exercises will help you the most, and then practice those exercises regularly. Your
For example,
teachers
stretch
and
out your
parents
spine on the
will
monkey
give you
bars as often as
encouragement,
possible.
but the standing tall and walking tall are up to you.
What's with this tie clip? It's like clipped.
You
Okay.
and Tom already have the will for good posture. Now
Da,
you know
da,
the way.
da,
If both of
da,
you practice
da,
good
da.
posture until it's second nature, well, Tom is going to have a set of habits that can make him look better and feel better all of his life.
That way, Tom and Adrienne can grow
you,
up to be,
Adrienne,
working,
you can not only do
Americans
good
and
things for
create
your health,
the next generation
but
of
before too
soldiers
long,
for
you can walk
America.
right up to that crazy mirror in your room.
That way they can keep their
And this
union
time
jobs at the
the
auto
mirror
plant for
will
the
be
rest of their
surprised.
lives
You
and retire
will
on a
have
pension
the
without paying for their
last
children's college.
And what is more important, you'll know that you can be proud of your posture.
And make the voices go away. And there's the Nazi eagle.
Yeah. I was going to say Sam the Eagle, but I like that better. Well, now we know.
So they waited till the last couple of minutes to actually explain what good posture is.
Well, neither
like-
one of them. Yeah.
And then they didn't actually accomplish that.
They didn't really show it. They showed sitting down, and I realized this was the 50s, but and I realized modesty trumped all in the 50s, but was it just me, or could you not tell at all how the girls were carrying themselves?
No.
Like with those gigantic fluffy dresses, like she could have been like, yeah, she could have been goose stepping, and we wouldn't have noticed.
No, you couldn't see like the rise of her knees, really.
Yeah, you couldn't see the shape of her back. Like
they could have done more.
Yeah, they could have. So nobody had a book on their head. No nipples entering the room first.
Not that we know of. I mean, they were hidden.
They were children, so I kind of hesitate
Well,
to
that
criticize
too.
that one.
But
Like, I don't think there was an adult woman in that whole film.
no,
No.
there wasn't. So that was a more, if you don't have good posture, you're a loser. And then here's a really loose definition of what good posture is. And make sure you eat healthy food. But we also aren't going to tell you what that is, because that will help with your posture.
Healthy food looked like a huge pile of mashed potatoes and a glass of milk. And they're like some
And
white
some bread.
Yeah, like Wonder Bread.
Yeah. So what, by today's standards, would not be a healthy meal?
No, not at all. But no coincidence. That's, I mean, the phrase meat and potatoes comes from somewhere, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So,
Ah.
well, we know everything there is to know about posture. I'm going to go lay down on my side on a couch and, like, drink some more Coke.
I should go buy some beer.
You should. And, maybe some mashed potatoes and a flannel shirt and get a buzz cut. Well, you already have a buzz cut.
Can't really help that nowadays.
Yeah, you're good with that one. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed that. We didn't.
We will continue our education endeavors at a later date.
We will.
Take care, everyone.
Good night, etc.